Lee County is currently monitoring the potential for a hurricane making landfall in the area. There are reports of a powerful storm in the area, and emergency officials are prepared to take all necessary precautions. Whenever a hurricane is present in the area, precautions should be taken to ensure the safety of all affected by it. The Lee County Emergency Management Agency encourages all citizens to be prepared for any eventuality. Residents of Lee County should make sure they have sufficient supplies on hand should a hurricane strike. This includes items such as food, water, flashlights, batteries, and medication. Additionally, all citizens should stay informed on the storm's path and progress. This can be done by monitoring local news outlets, as well as the National Hurricane Center's forecasts. When a hurricane is present, it is important to avoid standing water of any kind, especially in areas near the coast. Floodwaters can be dangerous and should never be underestimated. Land in Lee County is vulnerable to storm surge, which is the ocean's high water that is driven towards land by powerful storms. Residents should understand the risks and plan accordingly. Lee County Emergency Management continues to monitor the progress of the storm and will provide updates as they become available. It is important to remain vigilant and be prepared for any situation. The county will also offer assistance to those in need during the storm. Shelters and evacuation plans are in place and will be implemented should the situation call for it. It is important for everyone to obey all orders from emergency management and to remain safe during the hurricane. If necessary, evacuate to a shelter or a higher elevation area. It is also important to stay off of the roads in Lee County during the hurricane. This includes the use of public transportation or private cars. Avoid downed power lines as they can be extremely dangerous. Flooded areas should also be avoided as they often contain high levels of contamination. Make sure to keep tuned to local media outlets for any updates or new storm information. This is the best way to stay informed and stay prepared in Lee County. Emergency responders have already begun to prepare for the incoming storm. The county has secured sandbags, pumps, and other necessary equipment. The county has also encouraged citizens to sign up for their emergency notification system, which will send out real-time updates to all subscribers. When a hurricane is close to landfall, many coastal areas become especially vulnerable to flooding. Any residents in these areas should prepare to evacuate if necessary. Damaged properties can trap storm waters and create flooding in other areas. Property owners should review the condition of their property and immediately repair any damages. Lee County law enforcement and emergency management officials are ready to assist with any evacuations or other emergency needs. Boaters should also be aware of any storm-related restrictions that may be in effect. Boating activities may be limited depending on the severity of the storm. Storm surges can pose a serious danger to boats and other vessels, and should be avoided at all costs. As the hurricane approaches land, it is important to remain in contact with family and friends. This will help ensure that everyone is safe and accounted for. Storms often cause power outages lasting for days or even weeks. People should be prepared to handle the loss of electricity and have any necessary batteries and fuel available. Red Cross has already begun providing relief services for those affected by the hurricane. Emergency food, clothing, and other supplies can be found at their shelters. Property owners should look into obtaining a flood insurance policy in order to better protect their investments from damage caused by storms. During a hurricane, it is important to stay inside a well-constructed building. Avoid standing on platforms, balconies, porches, and other structures that may be exposed to the storm. Make sure to keep all pets indoors during the storm and make sure they are secured if a sudden evacuation is necessary.